Strap onto your seatbelts. SkyExchange.net presents Six Nations T20 Festival by KCC. Six Nations T20 Festivals, and two of the top ones are against each other at the moment. Sri Lanka 11, Pakistan 11. Sri Lanka 11, captained by Mohammad Aslam, who would be hobbling a little, but he has made it to the playing 11. Ravija Sandurvan, Shahan Shashika, the wicketkeeper today. Asanka Silva, Hamad Jandu, Priyakant the pacer, Manjula Prasan, Pradeep Vasanta, Ravindu Sanjeeva, who is the player of the match in the previous game, Riaz Mohammed and Sasanka Vishwajit. Watch out for his inside-out shot. Pakistan 11, Kashif Sharif, Khalid Bhatt, Adnan Idris, Ali Zahir, Amin Bilal Tahir, the left-hander, Harun Shahid, Sibten Raza, the very wily fox, and a fantastic spin bowler, Usman Wahid, the wicketkeeper, Shahrukh, and Imran Ali. Sri Lanka winning the toss and deciding to bat first. I'm Suhas Vedam, joined by Vinod. Very warm welcome, Vinod, to the Combox. Exciting contest ahead.
Very good evening, Suhas, and all the viewers. There's only one change to the Lankan side. The medium pacer will be replaced by Hamud Jandu, the all-rounder. He was rested for the last game. He's back in there to strengthen their all-round ability. The Sri Lankans will be raring to go. So this is going to be a great contest.
This is what the schedule looks like. India 11 played Bangladesh 11 and won by a hefty margin there. The Indians, Kuwait 11 versus Afghanistan 11. Afghanistan 11 managed to win by 91 runs. Will do a world of good to their net run rate. Sri Lanka are taking on Pakistan 11, and that is going to be a cracker, we can promise you that. Bangladesh 11 versus Sri Lanka 11 tomorrow, and India square off against Afghanistan, and Pakistan will face Afghanistan. I think there needs to be a slight correction there perhaps. Oh no, it is absolutely right, because it's the next day. But what we can promise you, the tournament schedule packs a punch. You are in for a lovely treat if you love cricket in the first place. We're coming to you live from Sulebia Cricket Ground, Kuwait. Now with the lights erected, it's Sulebia 2.0. Fantastic atmosphere, with two big teams squaring off against each other. You cannot ask for anything better if you're a connoisseur of cricket. I'm Suhas Vedam, and joining me is Vinod to bring you the story of what is going to unfold in front of us. Sri Lanka 11 versus Pakistan 11, match number 9.
Mind you, Suhas, this is a crunch game because both these teams, they're topping the table with 4 points apiece. In fact, there are 4 teams there who have 4 points on the table. They are rubbing shoulders together. It's only a matter of time. This game is going to decide the leaders of the points table, and we'll have to wait and watch. It's a crucial game for both these teams. Pakistan have really reeled back well with their crunch game against India. They've shown great composure. They're an unchanged side in this match as well. They're sticking to the 11. The combination is working for them right throughout. They haven't made any changes as of now in all 3 games.
Very rightly said. The combination is definitely working for them, and that's exactly why they say, why fix if it ain't broke? 2 good games for them, and Pakistan more tested of the 2 as they square off against Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was more of a cakewalk for them because of the pure class they brought on the big day. Winning the toss is definitely an advantage. Choosing to bat first here, they're quite happy to restrict their opponents here. Sri Lanka, Pakistan on the other hand, they'll be looking for early blood. Can they pick up the early wickets? Sri Lanka in one of the games heavily relied on what the openers had to offer. In the second game it was a middle order that fired. In this one, a bit more tested. Let's see how it pans out.
There's a couple of concerns now. There were a couple of field players who were injured in either games. In Pakistan there was Adnan Idris, he trucked back. We'll have to wait and watch. He looks right up on his feet there. He's ready. We are not sure. Is he 100% fit? The same goes with the captain, Mohammad Aslam, as well.
Absolutely. And just a quick confirmation. Ravija on strike. Seems to be an excellent cricketer. Loves to go downtown In joining him would be Sasanka Vishwajit. 2 games, 43 runs. Don't look at that average right now, but look at it as this tournament progresses, striking at about 98. This tells you that he loves to keep the scoreboard ticking as well. But today, in the first 6 overs, I genuinely believe with a bit of swing on offer, it's going to be not tap and run, but a chip over the infield kind of a shot.
Well, if you see the opening pairs of both these teams, they haven't really fired, to be very honest. Especially Raveja, he hasn't fired yet. His team has won both the games. What if he fires? That's going to be a big question.
Raveja was the one who got them home in the first game, isn't it? 61.
Yes, it just skipped off my mind. I beg your pardon.
There was no more runs left off for others to come in. Out of the 73 to 75 they needed to get, Raveja single-handedly took them home, and today would want to translate some of that form up against a good team. First ball, and gets it from the middle of the bat. No one's chasing it either. Everyone's applauding. Raveja is earning fans as he goes everywhere.
No half measures there. It's more of a gram top sort of pull. 1 foot in the air. He just wallops this one over a square leg. Absolutely. He is a gun player. Big game. Certainly a big game for Raveja. He's looking very good. And the most important prospect is he loves the ball coming onto the bat.
And it is coming onto the bat as well. It's telling you a shade of what the surface is doing. He's standing outside the crease. That is because he wants no part of that swing that Imran Ali generates. He wants to negate it completely. He's quite fine if the pace adds up. Oh, good delivery. No room there. Well negotiated. Good cricket all around.
It's a very, very interesting field. They got a slip in place. They got a gully in place. Very, very fascinated to see a gully in place. The length of Imran Ali would be something to watch out for. He's a quick bowler, a very, very experienced bowler who has almost 150 first-class games under his belt.
Inches away from the outside edge. What a comeback by Imran Ali. Gets tonked away for 4 on the leg side, but the composure of the man. You talked about 150 first-class games. That's coming through in the demeanour with which he goes back to that run-up. Everything's under control. He's one of those who permeates the energy that everything's under control, don't worry, and that sort of helps the youngsters in the side as well.
It's the length, Suhas. He has tried a bumper initially, but now he's gone back to bowling the full length. Slightly shorter there, tucked away off his hip. Fielder converging. That's a quick run there. He's taking the risk. He's taking the risk. Does he really need to do that?
Raveja has decided that he's able to find out what Imran Ali is up to. He's quite content going back to the strikers in. And Sasanka Vishwajiti was good enough to respond to that second run. In the end, Sri Lanka very proactive. They're not only looking for the boundaries, but the ones and twos. Slight change in field now that the mid-wicket's in place. He's been brought at least 8 yards inside the circle, so it's a proper catching position, and Bilal's been deployed there for his jump. Good delivery, pushing him on the back foot. That's the extra pace of Imran Ali. You'll see it from time to time.
Love the approach of Raveja. He's not going hard at everything. He's been very watchful. He's biding his time in the middle.
Raveja Sundarwan, easy to get off the mark this time around. Doesn't hang around unnecessarily. Loves to be amongst the runs. Loves to be a busy player. Sasanka Vishwajiti, yet to open the account, yet to face his first. Flush of the middle of the bat will pick up a single, and Raveja will retain strike. 1 gone, 7 for no loss. Sri Lanka with a solid start.
It's going to be interesting. Are they going to switch back to the left arm spinner is a question, because Harun Shahid is very, very experienced. He loves these situations. Are they going to go back to Shahrukh is the question, because Raveja loves the pace coming on, and it looks like it's going to be Shahrukh. He's marking his run.
Shahrukh it is. Pakistan 11 have so often showed that the new ball belongs to the pacers, and they've delivered more often than not.
Absolutely. Traditionally, if you go back and look, Pakistan have always been there amongst producing the best out of the best. Be it seamers, be it pace. They have produced plenty of pace battery throughout.
and that factory made long continue because world cricket is benefiting from it. They have risen the bar when it comes to pace bowling.
Finally we see the scorers and the com box. It's a good view there. You can see the umpires officiating, the reserve umpire, the match referee there, Naveen D'Souza.
Come on, give us a wave. Vinod obliges, eventually does.
I have to respond to you, Suhas.
I think is that a very polite ask for a com cam very soon? Tell me honestly.
Well, you never know, you never know.
He's got 3 men inside the circle on the off, make it forward, mid-off also eventually appearing. It's got to keep it in the corridor of uncertainty with a slip deployed. First ball for Shah Rukh. Now it's a second rather. Oh, what a stop! Oh, what an excellent stop. It is not a natural way of stopping the ball. Neither is it a natural position for a slip fielder to find himself in to collect the ball. He was buying a good assist to the keeper. That is 100% commitment because there wasn't anyone backing up. A single is complete, but drama continues. First ball from Shah Rukh and drama begins.
Was Usman Wahid the culprit on that occasion, the wicket keeper? Putting through, and the umpire is having a look. Is it the danger area? They're discussing. This happens so very often with the medium pacers.
Imran, the umpire, is quite a taskmaster. He left no stone unturned initially as well. Oh, that was in the air for a while. Enough to keep both the fielders interested, but Shah Rukh immediately knew it didn't have enough power on it to land in the hands of any fielder. Now Imran's just looking at it. The umpire Imran's looking at the danger area time and again. He is making it absolutely crystal clear to the bowler that you can't tread in that area. Stay away. The second innings yet to begin. Of course it will be a problematic innings for you because you will have the bat in hand, but the rules are rules. Now that is the level of cricket we are playing, and that is the level of cricket that people want to watch as well, and we're bringing it to you in SkyExchange.net presents KCC Six Nations T20 Festival.
We have a very steady start there, a very valid point there by Yusuhas. Rules are rules, they're there for a reason.
No, very well adjusted, good bowling. Shah Rukh was under that little bit extra pressure to know where exactly is he landing his front foot and where is he going in that follow through. Does well despite all that was playing in his mind. That's the right length to hit as well. Ravija Sandurvan moves. Well, it becomes a run ball 8 for him with that dot ball. Is he still standing outside the crease for Shah Rukh? Because Shah Rukh is generating less swing compared to Imran.
He's a tall bloke. He loves getting onto the front foot. There he goes.
Big appeal. While the world was absorbed in the appeal, the batsman sneaks a single. You can see the captain was the only one who decided to retrieve it, but he wasn't the quickest, neither the one who was the nearest. He was looking at his fielders for a second, but everybody had their hands up in appeal. They wanted to join in to support the ball and not stop the single. Bit of bat would have saved him, otherwise that was going dead straight.
Looked like it was a bit of bat there. Nonetheless, moving on, a play on a miss there. He's practicing his shot, that's the way he should have played it, rather.
Sasanka Vishwajiti. Those are the first two deliveries. The second one there. Ravija gets a beauty from Shah Rukh. Sasanka gets another outside off. Now being helped with his shoelaces. That is because this game is the fiercest when the bowler is on the top of his mark and the batter is ready to face. Otherwise there is a tinge of camaraderie. The slip has faded away. The slip has faded away, but he's constantly challenging the outside edge of the bat. What do you make of this? What an over this has turned out to be. Three from it.
It's the line, Suhas. He's been bowling outside the corridor there in the channel. Okay, inviting the drive. The length has been spot on. He's ensured that the bounce has been pretty good as well. Sasanka unsure to go on the front foot or to play off the back foot. In the process, he's failed to connect. I'm sure Raveja will be calming his nerves down. It's a big game, as you mentioned. It's a 10:30 p.m. game. It's a night game. 36 degrees Celsius. We are here in Kuwait. What do you sum the ground up?
And it's that kind of a game which begins today, ends tomorrow.
Absolutely. It's a point. It'll be fascinating one as well.
I genuinely believe this wicket is going to change a little in the next 50 minutes or so. They've got to bat accordingly. We've seen it before as well. It's the third game on this track.
Suhas, will it aid the spinners at some point? What do you think?
If it does, then Sri Lanka are in for a treat. A little jitter, but we'll go through with that single. There was no one backing up. Could have been a tighter story had that hit the crown called the bails. It didn't miss by much.
Coming back to your point, is that the reason that Sri Lanka have opted to bat first and take first strike on this wicket, because this is the third game on the same strip?
Might be the case. And also because they have a supply of spinners that's never ending.
True, very true.
Good delivery. Very good delivery. And again that late swing, how does Imran do that? There's secret sauce of Imran that we are unable to find out.
The only thing I find out strange is that Sasanka's on strike. He's failed to connect. We don't have a slip in place. Imran bowling in full rhythm. It's slightly more on the stranger side. What do you think?
Isn't that something that happened with Shah Rukh as well? Testing the outside edge, slip removed.
I mean, Raveja taking strike is what tempts them to take the slip off the backward punch there into the gap. The ball really trickling away. The captain there. He's very quick. Is Kashif. You saw that in his previous games. He looks deceptive when he's fielding.
He's got to be careful with the rule of being deceptive in the fielding.
Yes, absolutely. Because no, that's the deceiving part, in fact, wherein you try to fool the fielder. The umpire certainly, beg your pardon, the batter, pretending to do something else, rather you end up doing something else, is what conclusion is all about.
3 runs of the first 3 balls. Imran Ali excellent as always. First change in length, and that's been posted for the fence. Sasanka Vishwajiti loves the extra bounce.
This time erring in length. In fact, he's changed his length. He's bowled a short ball and it's taken off. He's used the pace, directed it up and over his right shoulder. The third man was mere spectator. It was absolutely a couple of yards, but it is zipped in the quickest.
This bouncer was supposed to be a surprise, but the result was more surprising for the bowler. Misfield, not 1 but 2. This is where Pakistan need to work a little more. They're pilfering the runs here.
A few moments ago, Sasanka was finding it difficult to connect, but now the ball is meeting the center of his bat. He's playing much more closer to his body. He's allowing the ball to come onto his bat. It's been a busy over after a very quiet start. End of over number 3, 21. It's a pretty good start there. They're running at almost 7 and over in the Parkley. Raveja has been pretty steady, 10 of 10. That's normally not the start that he... It's going to be Shah Rukh who will be continuing. Looks like both these medium pacers have got a bit of rhythm going there. Been off strike of late is Raveja. We'll have to wait and watch. It'll certainly not take too much time for him to get going.
Well, that was from the textbook. Straight to Kashif. He's a very imposing fielder. It's difficult to get it past him is what one feels. He's quick to recover from a slide. He's good with his throws. and also being the captain, marshals his troops in such a manner that he knows exactly where to stand as well.
He's more of the Zimam caliber. He looks very casual, but he's quick. He's very quick. Is Kashif.
Driven nicely. Excellent fielding once again. Clean collect.
Looks like it's the better fielders there. Got their fielders right. They are really very focused. Are the Pakistan 11? They are pretty much aware of the danger that Raveja poses. He's a very strong offside player.
Catcher is the call, but will land safely. Would have had his heart in his mouth for a jiffy.
The moment Raveja is fighting together a different battle, trying to really overcome his instincts, which is very attacking. It is a personal battle.
Absolutely right, and that's one of the things that cricket teaches you, isn't it? Sometimes it's always team first, and for that you need to curb your instincts as well as a batter, because situation demands something else. Man in catching position, that's silly mid-off. Silly mid-off for a pacer like Shah Rukh who's put 3 dot balls together. But it's head in length there and line even more, so 2 more runs. This could be trouble with a non-striker, and it's not a clean collect. Had that been a clean collect, he was a goner. Bilal was there for a catching position. Perhaps he didn't know that he also signed up to collect the ball and whip the bills.
Raveja was stranded. He almost gave up there. If you have a look there, he has almost given up. He's given up. Then he watches Bilal, puts in a dive. There is some fortune there for Raveja and Sri Lanka. He has just survived a suicidal run.
The second run was suicidal indeed. But why did they remove Bilal here? Because I think the plan was given away. So many things need to go right. Oh, that will be for. That's running away to the fence. That is the beauty of the first 6 overs. It's a boon for the batter. You provide an extra bounce. All he needs to do is chip it over the infield. The ball will carry in such a good outfield.
It's the length that he's been shuffling around with Shah Rukh. He's trying far too many things.
Sri Lanka suddenly would believe that thank God there wasn't a second run there. Not just because it's not a run out, but Sasanka Vishwajiti has managed a boundary. Otherwise this over was belonging to Shah Rukh. Only 1 of it, now 5 with a ball to go. Oh, well guided. He get a hand to it there, the keeper. He'll pick up a single. Sasanka will retain strike. And he's coming good now. Sasanka Vishwajiti. 4 overs gone, 27 for no loss.
Can he call it a chance? Can he call it a chance? He got his fingertips. There's no slip in place. We've been talking about the slip since the start. This is absolutely hard to understand. You've got a premier medium pace bowlers there bowling at full pace. I wonder what the idea is all about. Are you trying to attack? Are you trying to contain? Slightly confusing. Ashif is just shuffling his fielders around. Sri Lanka have kept the Pakistani 11 at bay at the moment. 27. 4 overs done. Raveja can afford to bite his time because he can change gears at any split second moment. It depends. Is it going to be a bowling change? Yes, it's going to be the experience. Arun Shahid, the left armour.
And he needed to bring Arun Shahid. Spin had to be introduced. Pace was being plundered. Once these batters get set, pace on the bat is something they seem to like. Look at the shot selection there. One guided over third man. A slice over point. Can the spinner provide a change in fortune?
To begin with, there's no turn and off, but still there's no slip in place. We are in the power play.
He's utilizing that extra fielder on the leg side at mid-wicket. Now the single would be allowed. That is exactly what he didn't want to do. Haroon wanted to bowl at the same batter. He's asking if that is in the right spirit of play. Ravija Sandhuran suggesting, I was looking for a single, that's all I did, I'm well within my rights to do so. If you think it was deliberate, my effort to come in front of you, I don't think so. And neither does the umpire. This conversation ends there. This one kept low. This one kept so low, the keeper didn't have an answer. 2 more runs taken. Unbelievable running. Not only are they concentrating on the boundaries, come the spinner, they understand it's going to take a while for them to adjust to the lack of pace. They're pushing the running between the wickets button.
Yes, so that shows the intent, the intensity of this game. This time Raveja goes using the long handle. Wonderful shot. It is a pure timing. Pure timing there. Going wide outside along on into the dark skies. Send this one into orbit.
This makes 6 hitting look so simple, doesn't he? He knew it was 6 from the moment it left the bat.
He's going to take on the spinner. He's not going to let Haroon Shah dominate here. He's surely going to take control. Jersey number 16, Raveja on strike. Carefully played towards mid-on. He looks in no hurry at the moment. Sensible as it comes.
The wicket started to change already, especially in terms of bounce. It's the second one that is kept a little low. If you're a spinner in the Sri Lankan side, you're licking your lips, but if you're a batter at the moment, you aren't. Wanted to be cheeky, wanted to hit it somewhere on the leg side. He understands, had he connected it was 4, he didn't, so it's 2.
Again, as you mentioned, it's a lack of pace. The wicket, really, it's going to be tougher. And the Lankan spinners, as you mentioned, will be keeping an eye on the nature of this wicket. They'll be very interested right throughout. Mind you, the Pakistan 11 have some quality spinners. They have Siptain Raza, they have the in-form Adnan Idris, an off spinner, leg spinner, left arm spinner. There's Ali Zahir to back his leg spin as well. Plenty of options. Kashif himself bowls a bit of mixtures, mystery spin, off spin, leg spin, you name it and he can bowl it. Plenty of options there for Kashif. Soft hand is what you really call this one. Easy single there. You're stealing singles at will, Suhas.
The fact that they're ensuring that the bowler doesn't bowl 2 balls at the same batter is what has kept Sri Lanka ahead in this game, because the boundary ball is coming to them. The hallmark of batting this little innings of 39 is the fact that they're able to convert the singles into 2s and 0s into 1s.
Rightly so. Rotating the strike, it really shows the maturity of the batter as the inning progresses. Surely at the moment all the fielders are on the edge of the circle. There's a single always an offer. Whenever you offer soft hands.
The styles are taking guard. One of them is to be down on one knee and scrape it with a bail.
You've discovered far too many new ways of taking a batting guard.
One's the natural way when you're standing up and you show the blade to the umpire to try and align with the stump that you want to cover. The second one, of course, is the Caribbean way, where the bail is being tonked at the crease. This is the third, where you go down on one knee But if he can generate shots of that kind, it's fine. Had to hurry. Had to hurry in the end. The throw came in quicker than expected.
These fielders will be targeting Raveja's end no matter what. No matter what. They already spilt a chance, an easy chance there. Bilal, he failed to collect the ball. Raveja was stranded. He's going to make them count. At the moment he's looking good, he's looking solid.
He's called for 2 as they pass by. And 2 it shall be for the shot itself.
They're choosing their fielders as well. They know the fielders. The quicker fielders are on the offside. Arun Shahid, Ali Zahir, Kashif. But Sasanka's playing this one very sensibly, very sensibly. It's a full toss. Sasanka unable to put this one away. In the end, he manages it only towards mid-on. He's quietly moved on to 21 or 15. There's no much difference if you look at both the batters. In fact, you imagine that Raveja would have been much more quicker. He's lacking and falling behind Sasanka. This is a magnificent shot. He's just rocked back and pulled this one many a mile up and over square leg. It's more straightish towards the mid wicket. Beg your pardon. That was a splendid shot right at the meat of the bat. He's expecting Shahrukh to bowl the short one and he's hanging back and waiting there. He's deposited this one a long way. He is very severe on the short ball, mind you. He started off with the boundary at the start of the innings.
At the moment, Ravija is relishing pace. Good collect. Had to anticipate as well that Ravija would play that stroke. Very good collect by Wahid.
Projected score at the moment 171 if you go at almost 9 and over. They will be looking beyond that.
Single just not on offer. Good way to end the over. 6 gone. Sri Lanka reach 50. A good start for them. 50 for no loss.
Kashif will be putting his thinking cap on right throughout. They haven't found the breakthrough as yet, and that will be very concerning. All the Pakistani fans here will be waiting and wanting to see the back of Raveja as quickly as possible. It's a big game. The power play is done and dusted. 50 on the board. The wickets column look very, very good for Sri Lanka. At 10 and over, they'll be scoring 190. 12 and over, 218. It all depends on how long Raveja bats initially. There's Ravendu, who was very, very flashy last night. It is going to be the left armer. He will be continuing. No slip in place, a short third man, point, short cover, short mid wicket. The only 4 fielders in the circle there to stop the single. Excellent delivery there. Very quick, cheeky single there. Kashif hanging back on his heels, allowing that single. And Shahid, he would certainly not like this. Watching the strike being rotated frequently.
Doesn't get the elevation this time. Neither did he get it from the middle of the bat. Haroon's a bowler who thinks on his feet. Watching the batter till the very last moment. The coaches tell you he's imbibed it. Misfield. This is what Haroon did not want. For a bowler who bowls his heart out and sets a field for that to be a dot ball, it's converted into 4 due to a lapse in concentration. Siptin Raza. What have you done there?
Sasanka has been very strong, square the wicket on the offside. He's been severe. He has accumulated plenty of boundaries, playing late. Once again, this time with more softer hands, but the area still remains the same, square of the wicket.
As far as Sri Lanka is concerned, 7 runs of this over, 2 to go. Haroon Shahid, he's gone for 18, and the beauty of the way Sri Lanka managed 18 runs of him is the fact that it's minimum risk. One shot was in the slot, went for it. The rest playing it with the straight bat, getting that lucky boundary as well. Lots of singles. Haroon Shahid finishes his second 58 for no loss in 7.
Looks like it's going to be a spin change. Siptin Raza will be taking the garden end. He's been brilliant. Mind you, he's been bowling from the desert end. He's been splendid. Switching ends has been the ploy for the Pakistani 11.
Slight halt in play as there seems to be a change of gloves and a bottle of water that's shared between the Pakistani cricketer and Sri Lankan.
That is a sight to watch out. This is what this tournament brings, Suhas. 6 nation, plenty of communities coming together, rubbing shoulders, having dinner together. It's a wonderful moment there. Kashif at the moment discussing some strategies with his bowler.
Siptin Raza has been instrumental for Pakistan 11. 3 wickets in the 3 games. 3 important wickets, and always comes into ball when his team is under pressure. Wants the ball only at that time. He's a big match player as well. That was very quick.
He is agonized, pleading down on his haunches. We'll have to go back and look at the replays. It's going to be very, very interesting. Is this one? Did he get some bat on? Was he struck outside the line?
Ravija Sandurvan has been surviving the LBWs, the run-out opportunities, the catches are not going to the fielders. Ravija Sandurvan has got to be the luckiest cricketer, at least for today.
He's been blessed by the luck gods at the moment.
Yeah, last he remembered, he packed the bat, gloves, pads, and now a bit of luck too in this kit bag. He's chosen a good area, safe area, will get a single. Oh, he's hurt himself. We'll go back for a second. He's hurt himself. This is not looking good at all. They might even go back for 3. They've gone for the 3rd one as well, but he's holding his knee. This is not looking good for Pakistan 11. Dear oh dear, only 1 was on offer for the shot, but he just continued to run because the throw never was dispatched. He'd hurt himself as he fell down. The ball lay alongside him, but didn't even look up because that's how much he was writhing in pain. This is not a good sight to watch if you're a cricket lover.
Was it Bilal? Is something we'll have to really reconfirm. He is looking in agonizing pain. And plenty of injury concerns is something to be really worried about. They've been back-to-back matches. It's been pretty challenging. There've been day games being played in hotter conditions. Is it cramps? In fact, if we go and look back, he collapsed even before getting to the ball. That is what it looked like.
Did well to stop the ball, but just the intensity of the pain can be seen by the proximity of the ball to the fielder lying low. Didn't even try to get to that ball again to dispatch the throw. He was writhing in pain. The good news is that he's up on his feet. The not so good news is that the game is still halted.
Well, coming back to the game, Siptin Raza, he has picked up 3 wickets in his previous 2 outings. I have to even watch how he bowls today. Everything looks good, Suhas. Action is going to be back soon. Will the halt really shift the momentum or break the momentum for the batters? What do you think?
It's a very good question, and I think so. Siptin Raza has got also the little bit extra time. Also got that to think about what he wants to do against Sasanka.
The injury has allowed Pakistan to restart and refresh, having regrouped.
It allowed everyone to have a sip of water for sure. And one of those fielders to have a lot of medical attention. Seems to be alright. He's on the field, Imran. Bad delivery. It's just a poor delivery that deserved to go for 4. Siptin Raza sets high standards for himself. A rare lapse in concentration.
That's what we're talking about, concentration. Any break, be it the batter, be it the bowler, it always reflects some way. You have to regroup. The Pakistan 11, they cannot let this go off the hook. The Lankans are really cruising through. They're sitting very, very comfortable at the moment. Another wide there from Siptin. This time it's almost 9 runs. We're still 2 balls to go. A dot ball to follow up. Watchfully played on the onside there by Rabeja. He's happy to take the single. Over number 8 has just been bowled, 68 on board. Adnan Idris finally takes the ball, says, "Give it to me, I'll get you the breakthrough."
Just get a feeling that Adnan Idris was being held back so that he has more cushion after the first 6 overs. Still wanted to go with Satyen Raja in the previous one because Adnan Idris insisted that he wants this end to bowl at first. The crowd has started to come in. That's because two mighty teams are up against each other. You've got to watch the batter till the last moment. Similarly, the batter needs to watch the bowler till the last moment, whether it's coming from the back of the hand or the side of it.
Plenty of turns for Haas. Immediately Adnan
restarted in the Sulebia Cricket Park. And as this game's continuing, well done Wahid. As this game's continuing with the amount of turn that we have, perhaps it's Palakili Day 2. Sri Lanka would be relishing it.
It's a turn but slightly slower. He's bowling slower. Very, very effective is Adnan.
Oh, bat ball. That's just a poor delivery. And he is not going to miss out on those opportunities. Ravija, who's always on the lookout for the big shots. Anything in his slot, anytime the bowler errs, the ball has to be fetched.
It was a half tracker and he's deposited on the banks. He's looking good there.
Field remains the same. That's because the bowler has realized it's his mistake of bowling in the wrong length. Ravija Sandurvan, what makes him so special is the fact that he doesn't need to expose himself to much risk by coming down the track or putting the dancing shoes on, because he's someone who believes in stand and deliver. This time he tries, and that could be trouble. It is. Just when we were speaking about his shot selection, why did he have to? He was better served staying in. That is not a clean collect, and Ravija Sandurvan survives once again. What does it take to send Ravija back to the pavilion? For a man who's riding on luck and has immense skill, he is going to cause problems for Pakistan, who've been nothing but sloppy today on the field.
They have no one to blame. They have themselves as what we see. Plenty of fielding errors. And it's costing them dearly. He's raced away to 41. And he's making them pay every time they're giving him a chance. He's going after the bowlers. They're going wicketless at the moment is Pakistan.
Satyen Raja is going to keep it that quick. There's no point flighting the ball. Satyen Raja, when he's bowling, when the opposition 7 wickets down, then he flights the ball. Not when they're still looking for that first wicket. They've missed run-outs, they've missed catches. Now add to that a stumping opportunity as well.
That one was very, very quick. Much quicker than he normally bowled. Frustration all around there for the Pakistan 11.
Stays there inside the crease and tests the long gone fielder. Two right-handers have have managed to score 78 in just 9.3. They'll be mighty proud of themselves with the start. Pakistan looking for their first breakthrough. And again, look at that proactiveness. They've gone for the single, got it easily.
The body language of the Pakistani fielders is something to really worry about. Shoulders are dropping, they are not being animated by any cause. Every time something or the others let them down. The only frustration that the bowlers are left with is hands on hips, stumping, going down, run-outs going down.
They need a moment of brilliance on the field, and that needs to come from none other than the captain, I feel, because he is the only one in the catching position at the moment. Satin Raza pulled it slightly slower this time. The fielder in the deep will take it on the bounce.
It's one of his favourites, is Ravija, going down on one knee. It's only the question of the area that he chooses.
Satin Raza has been milked for 4 runs in the over so far with the ball to go. And 4 runs it shall be. Risk factor minimum. Runs accumulated, 4 of them. Halfway mark for Sri Lanka with all 10 wickets intact, 80 on the board.
I wonder what the conversation will be all about now between both the openers, given that they have accomplished what they have been sent out to do there. So Has, what do you think about the projected score from your perspective?
They'll be backing themselves to get about 120 in the next 10. Try and go at 12 runs per over, and what we can promise you is shots of this kind being more ubiquitous. That's going to hide itself behind the side screen. Retrieving that is not an option. Look directly towards the box of balls.
It's a wonderful stroke. You have to really give credit to where he's danced down the track. Clean hit. He's got closer to the line of the ball. It was only a matter of holding his shape, which he did so very well. Raveja is looking dangerous. He's denting the Pakistan 11 at the moment with all those chances, and now he's chancing his arm.
Such a clean striker of the cricket ball, Ravija Sandurvan. He's making Pakistan pay for every single chance. The outside edge, it's been that kind of a day for him. Will pick up 2 more. Half century for Ravija Sandurvan. A much needed half century once again. Started this tournament with 1. Gets another chance to lift his bat. It has been a little scratchy, but take nothing away from the shots he's hit straight down the ground. Absolutely a treat to watch.
It's been very clinical there. Towards the back end of his innings, he's shown great promise. He's living up to his reputation now. He'll have to wait and watch. Only a matter of time. He'll start really going after every bowler. It's 89. Yeah, almost halfway through the innings. It's a long way to go. Almost 9.3 overs more to go. Plenty of batting. In fact, 10 wickets in hand. Sri Lanka have been splendid this evening.
Excellent delivery. This was the quickest of the lot as well. Adnan Idris flighted the ball first ball, and then the ball was never to be seen again. Then flighted it less the second ball. By the time he came to the 4th, no flight. This one was flighted though. So this one was from the back of the hand as well. 2 more runs taken. Pakistan are asking themselves, what do we do to provide a breakthrough? This partnership, it has flourished, put Sri Lanka in a commanding position, and it looks like there is going to be a lot of rejigging in that batting order as well. Marvelous delivery. This is a treat to watch. It's just that it's come a day late in a dollar shot. 11 gone, 91 for no loss.
Well, Suhas, when all your front-line bowlers have failed to get you the breakthrough, what does the captain rely on?
The worst nightmare right now is the captain asking the part-timer to roll his arm over. Just get a feeling that Ravija, who's been tremendous throughout and hasn't found a way to get out, will go after him and get more runs. Sasanka Vishwajiti has preferred more orthodox shots, and he's also looking to go for the big shots. It is not the right move to give it to the part-timers. What can be a right move is to call your prime bowler and ask him, provide me that breakthrough. Virtually what 91 for no loss does in 11 overs is that it tells the opposition, it tells Pakistan 11 here that death overs might start a little early. Sittin Raza from the garden end.
And as usual, down goes Raveja on his right knee. Another single to his name. They have rotated the strike so very often to keep the bowlers guessing with the singles taken at will there. Only 3 fielders in the circle on the offside. Couple of them on the edge of the circle. Kashif very much there, but can he stop the single? Bowling slightly more quicker is Siptin Raza. Oh, that is more towards medium pace. He's very quick, hurrying Sasanka at the moment. He's now switched to plan B to contain the batters at the moment.
Another easy single. Sittin Raza is expecting the big shots.
What does the bowler fall back to? Does he go back there and think of containing the batters, or he sits back and waits for the batsman to make mistakes?
Containing not an option, neither is waiting. Creating opportunities, that is an option. Here is another one, put down. Oh, the juggling act works. That's from the book of the circus, right from it. Had the heart in his mouth. Ravija Sandalvan, who at the moment had subscribed to the insurance of a catch, a stumping opportunity, a run-out opportunity, has forgot to pay the premium this month. Once, twice, and well done. He himself could not believe it. That piece of leather was unbelievably squishy.
Love the expression of the captain. Relief. Finally, he sees some relief in the back of Raveja.
What a fantastic innings though, while it lasted. Vinod, Sittin Raza is eventually amongst the wickets. And what has contributed to that is the fact that the first 3 balls went only for 2.
Absolutely, he's that kind of a bowler. He believes that he can give those breakthroughs at crunch situations. Only the fielding effort has not really helped them. But I love the celebrations. It's going to be Ravindu. He was severe last night. He was blistering. We'll have to wait and watch. Is he going to start from where he left last night? Surely the platform is set. 93 for 1, 11.4 overs. He loves hitting the ball, and big, long and hard. He's a big bloke. And he's got the off spinner to deal with, which is so very tempting. Anything dished out there, he's going to go after it. Ravindu on strike. Slightly slower this time. Immediately a wicket is fallen and Siptin is back to normal.
Pakistan are buzzing at the moment, and that's what they want. The shoulders are not dropping anymore. That's what 1 wicket could do. In search of the second, Siptin Raza. This time he plays the shot to perfection. Calls for 2 and will get 2.
The shot selection has been very, very sensible. Apart from a few chances been given by Raveja, Sasanka's looked very, very good, calm, composed, playing late, playing behind the wicket.
Ravija was the one to go. You saw Ravindu Sanjeeva, the last call in the strike rate, 233. That is because he loves to bludgeon the ball. What he does in the first 2, tries to trickle it down and picks up a single.
That is what has tempted the coach to send him at number 3.
There is no point keeping him padded up to bat in his normal position. As we suggested, there will be rejigging of that lineup. Perhaps you might see Aslam next in. And you might see Aslam now. That is a simple catch. Sasanka Vishwajiti will walk to the pavilion. Exactly what Pakistan 11 wanted. 2 new men at the crease. Sri Lanka lose their second at 95.
You normally mention a fall of a wicket invites another. They've got 2 now. Pretty quick time there for Pakistan 11. They have to regroup. They have to reassess the situation. This time it's Adnan. The bowlers are finding their rhythm. That's what a wicket or 2 does. Both the openers are back in the hut. 2 new batters. Ravindu. It's going to be very interesting to see how Ravindu will be seeing this game from here on. But to the surprise, it's going to be Hamoud. He's swashbuckling. Hamoud has come back. He is a very, very animated player. He's a surprising element here. You'll see all kinds of shots with Hamoud.
Yeah, perhaps that's the right move as well to hold Aslam back, because Hamoud Jandu can also run their singles and 2s quickly. Apart from smashing the ball really hard and long. And it's just 12.1 overs that have elapsed. Hamoud Jandu has started off with those good shots. Ball spinning away outside off, hits it against the spin towards the leg side. Such an exciting player, and all this to open the account.
Mind you, Suhas, he loves playing the reverse as well. The switch hit, everything, you name it. And Hamoud, surely, if he's in his groove, he'll provide the full menu. This time a paddle sweep there. No one. The keeper Usman Rai doing very, very well. Chasing this time. He's on the ground. As he cramped up. Looks like
2 wickets have fallen so far. One of them was a juggling catch. Only one of those catches was one without drama. So far, whatever Pakistan have done, it's got a tinge of drama to it. The keeper didn't want to disappoint on that occasion. He slipped too. Adnan Idris is setting the field, wants to check the angles. The option here for Hamoud is, just about to say the late cut, but with Hamoud it's difficult to be guessing what shot he's going to play because he's so unorthodox. Rising through the ranks in Kuwait cricket as well. Hamoud Jandu. Moon loves to play. Then, oh well, he was completely confused. That's a good delivery from Adnan Idris. You ask Adnan, he'd say that is my bread and butter ball. It's nothing fancy.
Getting plenty of turn, Suhas, plenty of turn, big turn that is. It's only a matter that he bowls the wrong one. We'll have to wait and watch. At the moment, he's very conventional as a leg spinner.
97 for 2 after 13.
Two very good overs back to back. One from Siptain, now from Adnan. Only 2 runs of this over and also a wicket, a successful one. He's just put the brakes on temporarily. We'll have to wait and watch. This time slightly quicker, flatter, down to long on, another single to Ravindra. And it brings the exciting Hamoud back on strike. Watchfully dabbed there. Kashif doing the fielding and not letting Hamoud take those easy singles at the moment. Siptain Raza is into his 4th over, 1 for 19 so far. There's no slip in place, all the fielders are lowering on the edge of the circle. There's a single no for this time, he rocks back, punches this one, couple of bounces to the fielder towards long off. Looks like it's Amin Ijaz, number 17. Things have slowly but steadily slowed down there for the Lankans. And 99, 1 away from the 3-figure magical mark. Shuffling in his crease, down goes on one knee towards the deep mid wicket. Easy single, one-handed pickup. What a fantastic throw that is. Flat. Looks like it's Imran Ali. It's a fast bowler's arm. Very strong, very flat. Hamoud Chandu's on strike. He walks across his stumps there, he's been cleaned up there. He has perished, he has thrown it away, shuffling towards the off stump. He's distraught with himself. He's a much more talented player than this, but he has perished for 2. Siptain Raza, the successful bowler, he's picked up his 2nd. Slowly but steadily, he's bringing Pakistan back into this match. He was all over the place, shuffling around, looking to play this one towards the onside, but Siptain Raza far too smart this time. Manjula Prasanna has walked into bat. Left-hander has been sent in. There are plenty of all-rounders in this Sri Lankan lineup. They have equal ability with the ball and the bat. 100 is up, 3 wickets down. At the moment they were sitting very comfortable at 90 odd runs without any wickets. In a span of 10 runs they've lost 3 wickets. Siptain Raza, hands on knees, hands on hips, he completes his spell. He started off very shaky. 2 for 21, he's pulled back Pakistan at the moment. Can he do? Look at the scorecard there. Ravija, splendid start, 53 of 41. Sasanka, 37 of 30. Both the openers are back. Ravindra, he's batting on 5. He's been steady. Hamoud has been sent in at number 4. He has failed single digits. He has scored only 2. Manjula Prasanna, there's Mohammad Aslam. There's Asanka Silva. There's Priyakant. Still to follow. They have almost 6 overs to go. Plenty of batting. Plenty of hard hitters to follow. But it's going to be the experienced Harun Shahid. He'll be bowling his left arm spin. He's bowling from the same end. He bowled his previous 2 overs, 2 for 21 for I beg your pardon, it's Arun Shahid, he'll be bowling round the wicket, slightly wide of the crease, slower. There's no turn whatsoever. 2 overs, none for 19. Slightly more expensive. This one is played up and over the covers. Ball racing away towards the extra cover fielder in the deep. Slight fumble. He allows the batter to take 2 more runs. Ravendu is 7 of 7. Goes wide outside the crease, slightly more quicker there. It was a cheeky, but in the end, pretty comfortable. Saad was the fielder. Ball went towards his left. He had to We are here live from Sulebia Cricket Ground. This is game number 3 of the day. Game number 9 so far in this tournament. Brought to you by SkyExchange.net, KCC Six Nation T20 Festival is what we call it. It's going to be very, very close, very, very close, but Usman Wahid was slightly slower. It has ensured that Manjula has made it comfortably back home. Played up the back foot into the deep. It was an excellent throw there from Ali Zahir. He went to the striker's end, comfortably home. He's gone over the wicket this time, going down on one knee, clearing his right leg there. This time it is an error from the fielder, misjudging. He got stuck into the turf. Mind you, it is Arun Shahid, it is Ali Zahir there at long on. What an error there from the fielder. He was deceived by the bounce, trying to go in for the catch. In the end, he managed none. And trying to sweep this one slightly more squarer. Another single. Saad, the fielder. Pakistan has done really well to pull back things. The Lankans were running away with this game at the moment. 15 overs done and dusted. 110 for 3. With both the openers who are batting really well. This wicket looks slightly tricky. You have to give yourself a little time there. All in all, 5 bowlers been used. Imran Ali, 2 overs, 5 dot balls, none for 18. Shahrukh, 3 overs, 21, slightly expensive. Arun Shahid, 3 overs, none for 21. Siptian Raza, 4 overs, 2 for 21. Adnan Idris, 3 overs, 1 for 21. He has 1 more to go. He will be continuing and finishing his quota, is Adnan Idris. And that's the right ploy. He's bowled well. He's looked very dangerous and threatening at the moment here, Adnan. This time he starts off very poorly down the leg side, deceiving the batter, and the keeper will have to wait and watch. Did he get some bat on it? It's going to be a wide, rightly so. And his 3 extra runs there. It's a very crucial stage. We are into the last phase, the final 5 overs. He rocks back, pulls this one hard into the turf. Another easy single there towards a deep mid-wicket. He's dragging this back. His length has been slightly wayward, is Adnan. He's trying far too many things. He's bowled beautifully. He's got turn. I wonder why he's changed ends. It's going to be Ravendu. Anything in the arc, Ravendu is going to go hard. He's going to go long. It's only a matter of time from Ravendu. This time he switches. An amazing shot is carried all the way. It's a switch hit there. He waited, and he tonged this one. It's gone a mile there, landing on the grass banks. What a hit that is, what a hit. He took Adnan by surprise. Watchfully played down the ground, another single there. Prasanna looking for the second, but Ravindu certainly not interested. Adnan, he will be bowling the last two balls of his spell. He's been good so far until this over. Certainly, it's the change of ends that has really dented his bowling figures. Into the block hole, this one bowled slightly more quicker. Good comeback, a very good comeback there by Adnan Idris. Manjula, slightly open stance. Played this one late, dabbed it this one towards the right of the short third man. Another easy single. He's rotating the strike at will. 6 more overs to go after this one. So I beg your pardon, 4 more overs to go after this one. It's 15.5, 1 more ball to go. Ravindu is on strike. Punched off the back foot. He just wants to see off Adnan safely. Wisely so. Pakistan 11 are looking good. 123 for 316 overs have been bowled. We have 24 deliveries. 10 and over will take us to 163. They will be looking at least 10, 11 or maybe 12 and over from here on. They have plenty of batting to follow. 7 wickets in hand. Also, the captain Kashyap will be having the option of getting his medium paces back on. Imran Ali has bowled beautifully towards the death. Is it going to be Imran or is it going to be Harun? Looks like it's Harun Shahid. He has 1 more to go. He has bowled well without any luck this evening. He's falling back to these most experienced bowlers. Wide of the crease, tossed up this time, driven down the ground. Another easy single there towards deep mid wicket. The left-hander will be chancing his arm against the left-armer. Surely the ball curling and turning in towards the left-hander gives him a better chance to go up and over. This one he tosses slightly wider. Prasanna was taken by surprise. He allows this one to go by. Wisely bowled there from Shahid. He's keeping this one away from the range of Prasanna Manjula. He knows the ball is really turning in towards the left hander. It's much more easier. This brings back Ravindu on strike.
Ravindu Sanjeev has already shown why he is revered in the circles as one of the best. Someone who has 2 shots to every ball. 17 or 12 at the moment. And in great touch because he's also picked up a player of the match as fresh as last night. Now we'll get that singer. The fielding today, including the skipper there. The fielding today has let down Pakistan. 3 runs of this over with 2 more to go. Harun needs to close it out well. He's already gone for a lot of runs for his standards. Harun's a wicket-taking option, but not today. Or can he turn things around? 2 deliveries left for him. As he covered it up with a fantastic catch, will be taken. All through this night, anything that went to the Pakistani fielders was a juggling act or something that will make your eyes go agog. This was spectacular. This also does the same, makes your eyes go agog, but for the right reasons. Now Pakistan would like to believe that due to the brilliance by Atif Ghafoor, rather Ali Zahir, that things can change. Very good catch by Zahir.
Well, if you see the follow wickets at the first wicket that fell at 93, they were cruising along. 2 for 95, 3 for 100. They have lost quick wickets in a short span of time. In the span of 10 runs, they have lost 3 wickets. The top 3 batters were sent packing. This time another, he's cleaned them up again. That's the threat that Arun Shahid possesses, given the time, given the situation.
Unbelievable, isn't it? 3.4 overs without a wicket. Last 2 deliveries turns it around with 2 consecutive wickets. Would he be considered to be on a hat-trick the next time he bowls in another game? 17 gone, 126 for 5. Will keep the chat alive.
That is again a mystery to solve. The long hitting Priyakant, he's been sent back. Trying to use the long handle to good use, but this time he fails to connect the ball. The ball sneaks past through his bat, crashes into the stumps quicker. There's a bag of tricks there from Arun Shahid. It is on full display towards the closing end of his spell. Picking up 2 wickets, he's brought Pakistan right back into this contest. Are they going to go 10 and over? It's going to be questionable at the moment. At one stage, we were looking at 200. Things have changed quick, thick and fast. Now that they're stranded at 126 for 5, Suhas. 3 more overs to go. What do you reckon?
Three overs, they require at least 40 here to get some momentum. Ravindu Sanjeeva would be the big fish as far as Imran Ali is concerned. Excellent captaincy from Kashif to be throwing it to Imran Ali. Hit hard, but hit straight to the fielder. This is why Imran Ali is dangerous. All that experience of about 150 matches in first class level, he knows where exactly to bowl when the batter is coming after him.
At the moment, it's like the Sri Lankans falling like a pack of cards. They look really baffled at the moment.
Let's just say that the Lankans are falling like a pack of shuffled cards. They've shuffled their batting order, but wickets are still falling. Ravindu Sanjeeva had to go for it. Every single batter was given the license to go for it because of a fantastic start. Imran Ali, quick change in pace. Ravindu did not get the elevation. The big fish is back in the hut. That means 2 new men at the crease.
They played this wise. They played this really wise, Suhas. They've started with the medium paces and they've relied on their previous strategies. Pretty simple and straight. You get your medium paces back on, bowl full and straight, because you're into the back end of the tail. It's almost 6 down. Batter number 8 walks into bat. It's only a matter of survival right now for the batters. They'll be scampering around rather than thinking about hitting those big long sixes, or getting some boundaries would be a bonus at this stage.
From cruising along in the first 10 overs to being in a danger of running the danger of being bundled out, Sri Lanka have seen 2 shades of what cricket can show you. Oh, what a quick turnaround by Pakistan. They chipped away with the wickets and they're still continuing to do so. It is such a treat to watch when Imran Ali is steaming in like that with a lot of confidence. Slower delivery galore. He doesn't want to provide pace at all now. He knows the batter is waiting for the one that's coming on to him. Gone are the days where the batters were using the pace of the ball provided by Imran Ali to guide it to the fence. There are 2 chapters to this innings, the first 10 overs and the next 10.
We have still 2.5 overs to go. Now, really falling back to 127 Can they rethink their strategies considering that the bowling is so strong that they have? Okay, would 140, 150 be good enough? A short ball, ensuring that the batter never gets thinking to be moving on to the front foot.
You know what this over has also done is provided the belief to Captain Kashif that he might throw to a pacer next. Shah Rukh needs to be warming up at this point if he understands his captain, because Imran Ali has provided a good case for the pacers. Again,
he's bowled very, very smartly, mind you. He's mixed it up there. All the slow balls, the yorkers, the bumper beat. He's kept the batter guessing all through. He's dished it wide, not in the arc of the batters. They have struggled to get bat to ball at the moment is the Lankans. Imran Ali has provided the impetus. Look at the figures. He's into the third over, almost ending it. 19, almost run a ball for a pacer on a wicket that assists the spinners. Is this going to be above the waist? We'll have to wait and watch. It's a pretty high full toss there. Been dabbed away towards backward point. The umpire says no, let's move on, boys. It is good. 130 at the moment, 6 wickets down. The wicketkeeper Sahika is batting at the moment. Imran Ali. It looked pretty close. The umpire says it's marginal. That was a good finish there from Imran Ali, a wicket. Couple of singles. And it is going to be Shah Rukh, as you mentioned, Suhas.
Yeah, Shah Rukh to bowl the 19th, Imran Ali to come back and finish it off on the 20th. Any bowler who can change things up, he needs to be bowling at this moment. Any pacer. He's got a good slow ball as well, Shah Rukh, and watch out for that yorker. That was a yorker gone wrong, but that was also a shot gone wrong as far as Asanka Silva is concerned. Full toss and he missed out on it.
Considering the strategy that Pakistan has been employing right throughout, they've been only going with 2 medium paces right throughout. They haven't thought about a third medium pacer. Maybe considering the wickets, the condition of the wickets, 3 matches being played on it.
Oh, very good delivery. You let the batter do all that he wants to do. You've targeted exactly where to pitch and continue with that plan. Any other bowler would have followed Shehan Shashika, and Shehan's so good on the leg side. This is good thinking. Shah Rukh's done his homework. So far so good. But this had to be stopped. Another extra run.
Last few overs have been completely game changing for the Pakistan 11. You were looking at almost 180, 200 at a point, but now 140 looks beyond par.
Still get a feeling that 145 is possible. One of them needs to get going. Shashank Shashika. And with shots of this kind, it definitely is. You can't set a field for this shot. Shehan Shashika. Straight from the magazine of T20 cricket. Not the textbook.
Was intending the other way around, but nevertheless it's a boundary, a very welcome boundary at this stage. They will take anything that comes their way. They have 2 more balls left. They are 137. Can they get to 140, 145, as Suhas you have mentioned?
7 runs of the first 4. Shehan Shashika looks like a batter who'll excite you the most.
They've got a fielder absolutely straight behind the wicket keeper.
It's called the long stop in this game. It's been a long time we've seen a long stop in the T20 game. Oh, well, good delivery, swing and a miss. I think it's not a long stop. He's slightly moved towards his left. It's a very, very straight third man.
Absolutely. It's not a smile towards the back end. It was a pretty intense moment.
Wouldn't have been surprised if he would have stayed there and made himself available as a long stop, because that's what we've seen in SkyExchange.net presents the KCC Six Nations T20 Festival. We've seen so many things that usually don't happen on the cricket field, but when they do, it fills you with awe. 19 overs gone, 138 for 6. Sri Lanka looking for a big finish but unable to get it.
It's been a good over until the boundary. It's pretty cheeky. One more over to go, 6 more deliveries, 138 we are looking at. That is going to be the experienced Imran Ali. He'll be bowling.
Imran Ali wants the fine leg. Economy of 7, having picked up wicket. Everyone was going for runs. Anyone who was bowling with a new ball. Good delivery. Imran Ali, the second spell has been phenomenal. He's got 5 more deliveries to go, and he has thoroughly troubled the batters after he came back with the second spell. Shahan Shashika, who's an exciting talent to watch because of the kind of shots he plays and the areas which he targets, up against the best in the business, Imran Ali. The youngster versus the veteran. The battle continues.
Mind you, they're two first-class players facing each other.
Missed the stumps. He had the best view, with all 3 sticks begging to be broken. The keeper could have done better there. He's been good in parts today. He had to be better on that occasion.
He has had a day off today. Quite a few chances going down begging. Usman Waheed. He'll have to regroup. This time Imran Ali loads. That's a flat straight. Finding Amin Ijaz on the way.
Imran Ali picks up the second wicket, and he's using the same template for the right-handers. Make them go over long off and they'll never get the elevation. A second wicket down and a simple catch for long off. Imran Ali. Sri Lanka loses 7th now. Asanka Silva goes. That big crescendo finish hasn't come by. It's been a sorry state of affairs, this finish. And Ravija would be furious after providing such a good start with Vishwajiti. His team is folding for 139.
In the span of almost 49 overs, they've lost 7 wickets. That has been astonishing.
Again, safe pair of hands, no problem. And this template seems to be working. Imran Ali. Mohammad Aslam's eventually come out to bat. He's got 3 balls to swing his bat around for. Running is less of an option. It's good to see that he didn't completely hobble to the middle. He was able to walk. Must have received treatment after previous game, but it's still a big risk to be playing him in this game, knowing that there are bigger games coming up in this tournament. The chances of him recuperating soon. Oh, good delivery. He just kept it simple. Didn't even try to go towards the non-strikers in there, the bowler. Had he, then I'm very sure Mohammad Aslam was in trouble because he's unable to run.
It's very, very strange to see him there. Can he bowl is the question. That's Sri Lankan require him at the moment. As you mentioned, it's a long tournament. They're sitting very comfortably right up there with 4 points. It's a crucial game. Of course, we do understand that, but they need the captain for the future games.
Not only is he battling pain today to play, he's also the captain. Mentally would be Little drained as well.
Well, he's not going to be too much of help in the field, Suhas.
That's absolutely true. Would he be able to eke out those 4 overs of his? That's another question. Does he have the fitness to do that? 19.5, 142 for 7, Vinod. One point of time it looked like 200, now 150 is out of reach.
Yes, rightly so. They've lost almost 7 wickets for almost 50 odd runs. Less than that. It's been a horror story right throughout. As you mentioned, Aslam is lumbering around. Can he bowl? Can he bowl is the question.
But for the moment, Imran Ali can. Last delivery of the innings and he's going to reload. Last minute thought that he wants the fine leg to be true to his name. As fine as possible.
Rightly so. One delivery.
Where's this one? Vinod outside off once again.
Slower delivery. Play and a miss. Play and a miss. The keeper can trug through. Yes, this time Usman Waheed has been very wise and sensible.
Yeah, he didn't have to throw at all. Not because he missed the first one and was down with confidence, but because Mohammad Aslam was looking like he would race with the tortoise and still lose. He is not in a good position to run. That hamstring of his, it's still hurting. Barely makes it to the frame. But it's a commitment of the man who's hobbling around but is there for his team as a leader and as a batter. 142 is all that Sri Lanka have managed from what looked like at one stage would be a 200 plus score. Pakistan 11 have pulled things back in an excellent style due to commitment and sensible cricket. Lot goes to the captaincy of Kashif. You've got to give credit to him. The bowling changes were excellent and the bowlers also delivered. 143 is what the men in green will require when they come out to bat. They will have the bat in hand now. And the reply is going to begin shortly. And by the looks of it, Sri Lanka have decided to go with the spinner to start the proceedings. Well, that's a good shot. That's in the gap as well. 2 easy runs taken. Pakistan 11 have started to take. Vasanta, he's been phenomenal throughout this tournament, and he's been a good fielder at point as well, Vasanta. This could be gone. This could be the first wicket. It is the first wicket. Vasanta Pradeep purchasing the wicket. Field was set, the trap was set. First wicket down for Pakistan 11. They needed a better start than this. And this shot has to be rethought a million times. For someone the quality of this batter, he could have stayed there for longer. That's a good catch. Yeah, the celebrations also tell you that Asanka Silva, as soon as he took that catch, looked up and thanked the captain. Khalid Butt departs for 2. Big moment in the game. Out walks the captain, a very important position, the number 3. Kashif. Yeah, in the 4 matches he's really not got going with average of 17.5, but when it mattered the most he was able to strike a 6 so good straight down the ground to provide extra cushion in the super over against India 11. Gone! Kashif! That was close. Everything it missed. Would you believe it? Kashif Sharif wanted to go for a big shot first ball. Had his foot planted nicely. No drama, says the umpire. No drama whatsoever. Pradeep Vasanta is having a party in the middle. Picks up the first wicket exactly according to the plan. Almost picks up the second, troubling Kashif first ball. Oh, that's it well. That is it in a good area as well. Kashif Sharif opens the account and opens the account with a boundary. Vinod's here with us in the comm box. Vinod, you've been greeted with a shot of this kind. He'd picked a spot.
Thank you, Suhas. A very good evening to all those viewers who've tuned in. We are into the second innings. Kashif is looking good. He's coming early, courtesy.
Oh, that's a beautiful hit. Kashif Sharif's talking the language of boundaries, and he's choosing areas which are safe as houses. Jandu's wondering, where do I bowl to this man with just 2 fielders patrolling the boundary rope? Not enough. 4 fours in this over with 1 more ball to go.
I mentioned earlier, Kashif loves going straighter. The fielder there at mid-wicket is not going to pose any danger. There's no one there in the circle. If you see mid-off, there's a from mid-off till cover point.
Good delivery to finish off, but Kashif still wants that single. There is a shy at the stumps, but the single will be complete. A very good over for Pakistan. They have stolen momentum back after losing an early wicket. 24 for 1, Pakistan 11.
Both these batters looking solid, getting on the front foot. There's nothing to worry about. Spinners are bowling. It'll allow you the leverage. The one element that Sri Lanka lacks is their pace battery. They're not as threatening as they seem on paper compared to the Pakistani bowlers, with the leverage of having Imran Ali and Shah Rukh. Nonetheless, it's the Pakistanis who will be taking things very, very sensibly. The captain is there in the middle, jersey number 10. He loves playing conventional cricket strokes down the ground. Pradeep. It's a strange field. The covers is inviting the batters to steal those singles.
Pradeep Vasanta is more accurate of the two comparatively. So he wants Kashif Sharif to go inside out. He wants him to expose to that risk when he's trying to get to the pitch of the ball. He's looking for a wicket by inducing a leading edge. I don't think that's possible because Kashif Sharif's now well set and he can play shots of this kind. He explores new areas of the ground. Kashif Sharif, this language of boundaries, it's a great reward.
You're really up and running at a very good pace, bringing the deficit down as quickly as possible. 115 now. The required run rate completely under control.
All this after losing an early wicket. Tells you that Pakistan 11 are batting with great optimism. That's such a good treat to watch indeed, because many youngsters can learn from it. This is how you come out of a rut. This is how you think positive, and this is how you apply pressure on the opposition despite them thinking they're on top.
Again there, the ball was in the air, in the cover area. There's no one there. It's very strange to understand the field being set at the moment. Just looking to contain those boundaries, but it's coming in all directions.
What that boundary does is also the fact that they are allowed to play these dot balls as well, because they're able to score the boundary to prevent the pressure. And of course they're concentrating on singles of this kind too. Adnan Idris running with all his might to get to the striker's end. Just tells you that the injury is a thing of past. He started off running very quickly there, the captain.
Comfortably home this time, Adnan.
To non-strikers end rather. But Adnan Idris running well is good news for Pakistan and is fantastic news for the physio.
What are the options left with the Hamoud Jandu being plundered? Is he going to go forward to pace? Yes, looks like. Change in tactics there from Mohammad Aslam.
It's not just that Hamoud Jandu over went for a lot of runs, it's the way in which he went for runs. Hamoud Jandu, 4 boundaries in the over, all of them in different areas of the ground. Just tells you a story of how much in control the batter was despite just coming in and taking guard.
Mind you, it's another element that it's a hard new shiny ball, and both these batters, they want to ensure that it's been accounted for.
They're scoring at 10 and over despite losing an early wicket. This is optimism, and this is what you want to see. This day has been filled with surprises, but one thing is certain: we are having a game on our hands, a game to remember for a long time. Sri Lanka were cruising. They were cruising with the initial partnership of a 90-odd, but then Pakistan believe they can pull things back to keep Sri Lanka down to just 142 for 8 at the end of 20. This might be another boundary. All he had to do was clear the infield. The power is something that's given when Adnan Idris strikes it. I think it's been a long time that he's delicately touched the ball. And that was 4. That was 4 from the moment he left the bat, thudding into the SkyExchange.net board. Adnan Idris doesn't take pressure, doesn't let pressure come on to his partner as well. Just the sheer number of boundaries between these two, Kashif Sharif and Adnan Idris. That is phenomenal.
Long off being pushed back this time around. Anything outside the off stump, he's going to flare it. He's got plenty of options. He loves going over point, over cover. The line will be very important outside the off stump. This time straight back to the bowler. Very well done, Riaz Mohammed.
Riaz Mohammed introduced into the attack, gets greeted with a boundary. He's got to make a good comeback here. That ball was much better. Will go after it. White ball signalled. They're also being held by some very ordinary bowling here. Pakistan 11. They're being helped, certainly. First the boundary, now an extra.
Adnan Idris will certainly feel rugged. He's missed out on one. Dished out to him wide of the outside the off stump. Riaz Mohammed will be tested. The length is going to be key. Very well bowled into the block hold. Safely negotiated there. Ball towards the wideish mid-on. Another single there. What are the options Suhas at the moment? Spin not working. Pace is the second option that Aslam has chosen.
Half an opportunity, but that is what you sign up for when the pace bowler is bowling. Anything that is even an outside edge, if not curtailed within the 30-yard circle, this kind of an outfield, it will trickle to the fence.
They did carry, we'll have to wait and watch. Slightly wide of the wicket keeper. No third man in place. They are running out of options, are the Lankans.
This is a phenomenal start. Pakistan 11 earning fans as they play with such valor. No ball signal. This is nightmare for Sri Lanka 11. Riaz Mohammed first threw it wide, and now he's also misbehaved with this run foot. This is troublesome. Kashif Sharif, already 22 of 13, gets a freebie. The free hit has to be tonked. Kashif Sharif is all set to give it a wild swing. And he obliges with a fantastic shot. It's one of his favourite shots. He still would have played it if it would have been a normal delivery and not a free hit. Well, that's a very good shot. He's picked another good area. Every time the bowler thought, I will outsmart the batter, Kashif Sharif has just smiled at him and delivered a boundary.
At the moment, it's total carnage there. Plenty of boundaries on offering. The batters have looked so comfortable. Mind you, it's the third game on this wicket. He's gone around the wicket this time. Change in angle. Let's wait and watch the length that he bowls.
Oh, it's a poor ball. It's a poor ball. Fine legs inside the circle. There's only one who can fetch it from the Fangirl Road. Another boundary. There's a flurry of boundaries here. Pakistan off to a dream start. 49 for 1. But don't worry about that first wicket. What's happened thereafter is that these two who provided a magical boundary barrage.
4 boundaries in this over, earlier 4 in Hamoud's over. They're racing away. Is the Pakistan 11. They're sitting very, very comfortable, inching towards the 50-run mark. That would be their first target.
Look at the 4 boundaries that were scored in Riaz Mohammed's over. The first one was batsman's skill. The second one was poor bowling. The third was being held with the free hit. Still a very good shot to be digging it out. It's a low full toss nonetheless. And here's a man who's got a great pair of hands and wrists. So he's able to hit that away for 4, and the fourth one was a freebie. On the leg side, change of angles, but the change of angles didn't work because the line was horrible. It just held it on its way. Adnan Idris, 15 of 7. Kashif Sharif off to a flyer, 30 of 15. Pakistan in just 4.1 overs have managed another boundary. Don't bother fetching that. This is the time you tell the squad, alright, if you don't make it to the playing 11, stand at the edge of the boundary rope. It's coming to you.
Yeah, dishing out Adnan with all his strength there. Offside is what he loves. Backward of point. He's got such strong wrists. He's opened the face there deliberately.
This is poor bowling. These two long levers, tall lads, all they have to do is play a shot of that kind. This could be trouble though. This could be trouble. Just over. This was the riskiest of the lot, but Adnan Idris is here to stay because the luck factor is also with him today. Fortune favours the brave, and Adnan has been nothing but brave. 25 of 9. Oh, what a dream start. Pakistan raced to 59. 93rd 6 in the tournament. That's come from Adnan Idris's bat. There's only so much he could have done. Asanka Silva couldn't have caught it anyway. Oh, that is beautifully done. 11 fielders are not enough. Let's just put a petition out there. 11 fielders are definitely not enough, and Adnan Idris is in such good mood. Kashif Sharif and Adnan Idris have quietly found out that 6s and 4s need to be the order of the day, and the single denominations, the other denominations, let's not believe in them for a while. 4, 6, 4. This is when Pradeep Vasanta, one of the best bowlers of the tournament, is bowling. This boundary barrage is so much about the momentum. That's another 4. Don't worry if you missed the previous one. Adnan Idris will give you another. And the beauty of all these boundaries is the fact that he's choosing different areas every single time. It's almost as if he's saying, well, it's been a while since I've gone backward point. Here you go.
He's choosing his areas. Absolutely, he's choosing his areas and maneuvering the field. Adnan is controlling things there. Now, it is plenty of headache there for Mohammad Aslam.
1, 2, 3, the number of 4s. Oh, this was with the momentum that he wanted to go for the shot. He backed himself 9 out of 10 times. That ball would have flown away and was never to be seen again. Would have been a sentence coined to it.
It was heading towards more like a phone number rather than a pin code. 4644.
Wherever Adnan Idris is dialing, that person's definitely not answering. But I'll tell you what, that coin that he's put to dial that in the PCO has come back to him. He's got another opportunity with that wide.
To rub salt in the wounds there. We are still into the power play. Another over to go. Plenty of headache there for Mohammad Aslam. To our surprise, he's just played a defensive push and still got a single.
Adnan Idris wants to retain the strike. 5 overs gone, 69 for 1.
That is a cracker of a start there. 69 of just 30 deliveries. They're running at knots at the moment.
This is the first time in the tournament that Pakistan 11 has played with such positivity from the beginning. And this is the first time in the tournament that Sri Lanka 11 spinners are being tested in the first 6 and beyond. 74 required from 90 balls. The required rate is under control with 9 wickets in hand and 2 batters going in great touch. The first wicket fell with almost nothing on the board, but thereafter these two got together and have rewritten the definition of positive batting.
Is it going to be the off spinner? That's the question. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be Rabindu, jersey number 8. He was very good last night.
I like what Aslam's doing here. He is taking a bit of time here. Adnan Idris is itchy to get going again. Adnan Idris wants Rabindu to bowl as quickly as possible so that he can deposit it into the stands or beyond. He's taking a bit of time to slow the game down, get some momentum. This is what youngsters can learn as well when things are not going your way. The pan tells you that the field is still being set because there are second opinions which are now being entertained.
Mind game, Suhas. This is total mind games being played there. Slowing things down. The spinners have been taken to the cleaners at the moment.
Oh, very good delivery. And absolutely, I'll tell you what, Kuwait Swedish have nothing to do with this one though. They have been taken to the cleaners nonetheless. Starts off with a dot delivery. Dot delivery has been something which is very, very rare. That's also because Adnan Idris was looking to throw the kitchen sink at it. He wasn't looking for a single.
Are we going to see the fastest 50 from Adnan tonight? It's just a matter of time, is it?
Oh, good ball. That one spun sharply. Alright, we're back to Palakili. Now it can be tricky if this is the length that he'll be bowling more often. And Ravindu Sanjeeva is slightly quicker, is more like Saptain. That's straight, is that straight enough? It is straight enough. Up goes the finger. Ravindu Sanjeeva provides a breakthrough. With the ball in hand, he shines, and a much needed wicket for Sri Lanka 11 as Adnan Idris departs after a fantastic 34.
As you mentioned earlier, the dreaded finger's gone up, but the agitated weight has really caused Adnan's concentration a lot of damage.
The mind games are working. Sri Lanka would want to believe that this is the first of many more to come in quick succession. The keeper went up right away. He's suggesting to the skipper that Ravindu's magical arm can help us. He told him to give it to Ravindu. The skipper obliged him. The result is there to be seen for everyone. Pakistan have lost their second, but Kashif Sharif still there. Will he assume the captain's responsibility? Because he knows the onus is on him. He understands the pitch more than anybody else. And will he continue to play the anchor's role from here on and change gears? Because what that partnership has done is ensure that the first 6 overs belongs to Pakistan despite losing a couple of wickets early. Ali Zahir's come out to the middle, and the left-hander will add a bit of variety and a bit of headache to the bowlers.
Certainly, Ravindu will be very animated watching the left-hander. The ball will be leaving the left-hander, spinning away from him. He has a slip in place.
Yeah, perhaps not for Ravindu. The headache would be more for all the left-arm orthodox bowlers. And Sri Lanka 11 have a plenty of them. You walk into the room, the first person you meet, the second, third, fourth, there's a huge chance all of them would be putting their hand up if you ask them who bowls left-arm orthodox.
But tonight, the off-spin has provided the breakthrough, mind you.
The captain's also given him a slip. I like this from Mohammad Aslam. Attacking. The moment he sees that he can put a foot on the door, he wants to open it and keep it ajar. He's given a slip. This is attacking captaincy. He knows that this is a game of momentum. What a terrific over from Ravindu Sanjeeva, and immediately after the wicket fell, he slowed it with the space as well.
I would like to see Kashif has been kept at bay at the other end for a long time now. There comes the slog sweep there. Wonderful shot, plenty of timing, distance, you name it. Ali Zahir has got it all. The release shot has come out. That's the way are they going to go. The menu is set. Nothing is going to change the approach of the Pakistanis tonight. They want to finish this as quick as possible. It's only a matter of time. They're dealing in sixes and boundaries. They're taking on whoever bowls. Such has been the approach. And Kashif Sharif has led this from the front.
Just wonder what Kashif Sharif would have told Ali Zahir there. He's given him the license to go for the big shot. So he understands that despite losing a wicket, if it's there to be hit Ali, go for it, is what he would have told. And what that also tells us, if we can read between the lines, is that Kashif Sharif is a very confident captain.
Yes, the belief that he shows, the calmness that he brings to the team is something that they all are pretty aware of. And that's what you really want. Two matured captains, one of the best in this tournament, Aslam, is up against Kashif Sharif.
Manjula Prasan to roll his arm over now. Aslam still believes that the left arm orthodox can provide the wickets. Let's just stick to that craft. This one didn't bounce as much. And just what Kashif Sharif wanted. He wants to play a longer innings and doesn't want to face the left arm orthodox either. He picks up a single, give it to the southpaw, gives it there. Now Ali Zahir It'll be interesting to see what he does here. Would he go for a single and gives it back to Kashif Sharif, is what you would want to believe? Or Vinod, will he go for another biggie?
At the moment, he's very content and happy to take the single. At the moment, anything dished out, he's surely going to go. The power play is just done and dusted. There are plenty of cushion around, so it'll be very silly if he takes on the fielders, which is really not required at the moment. You can push through. They need another 23 runs to get to the 100-run mark, and that will really take him to a safer plot in this game.
Oh, good delivery. It's a lack of turn that wanted him to go up in the air. Jumping in tandem, the keeper and the bowler, but that appeal has been turned down. This angle perhaps might tell us, yes, where exactly it hit. Oh, that was a close call, because that wasn't turning as much.
He's a tall lad.
Poor ball. For every good delivery, there's been a ball of this kind, and Kashif Sharif is being helped by some very, very ordinary bowling. Aslam's got to tell his bowlers, Manjula Prasann is one of them, that you are a fantastic bowler, but you are bowling one warm-up delivery every over, and not just you. This has been a problem with almost every other spinner, and that is costing us as a side.
There's a very, very poor delivery down the leg side. He just helped it on his way down.
And this is what it allows as well, that boundary. When the good balls arrive, you defend Kashif Sharif.
Look at the run rate there. You just need 4.7 and over. Nothing to really worry about. There are plenty of wickets in hand. Even if they lose a couple of wickets, there's nothing really to be worried about.
What I liked about that partnership between Adnan and Kashif is also the fact that they kept on going for the boundaries. They didn't stop after getting the 3 or 4 boundaries under their belt, because they believed there's something called momentum in this game, and that really helped them. 7 overs gone, 82 for 2. They continued the barrage.
Yeah, at the Sulebia Cricket Ground, game number 3 of the day, game number 9 of this tournament. It's been a quick fire tournament here. Begin with a bang. Plenty of crunch games. This is one of them. Can Sri Lanka pull back things? Ravindra will continue. And mind you, Kashif will fancy the off spinner. He's not going to hold back. He loves hitting the ball straight and long.
I just get a feeling that now Kashif will shift gears and try and play longer innings, because the required rate is down, and Kashif is a set batter there. Yes, Ali Zahir has smashed a 6 early in the innings, in fact started off his innings that way, but Kashif Sharif is a set batter. I won't be surprised if this is an indication that he's shifted gears already.
Well, it's maturity, experience, and all the calm that he brings is Kashif Sharif will have to bat sensibly. There shouldn't be any rush of blood at this moment. You do not want to do anything silly and bring Sri Lanka back or give them a sniff. One wicket will always invite and bring another.
And this is another option for the left-hander. Stuck it away on the leg side. He'll pick up a single. 59 required of 76. Equations well under control.
The only option, Suhas, is that if Sri Lanka want to win from here, they'll have to pick up the remaining 8 wickets. You cannot be sitting and hanging to allow those singles. You'll have to ensure that Kashif takes those element of risks. That's your only chance. At the moment, he's looking very comfortable. He doesn't want to go airborne, come what may.
It looks like he doesn't want to attack Ravindra specifically. Doesn't want to attack specifically Ravindra, because Ravindra is bowling well. He's a very wily customer with his change in pace. He's quite content tapping it away for a single, and a single is all that Pakistan 11 require. These are 2 men in the middle for Pakistan 11 who've got a great cricketing mind on their shoulders, Kashif Sharif and Ali Zahir.
And let's not forget, Amin Ijaz is sitting back and they had to control the game against Indians. It was a high pressure game. He is way too mature. They have a lot of balance, a lot of depth in their batting is the Pakistan 11. They've got some magnificent hard hitters down the ground. If you look back at their batting charts, they bat way down the order. Number 10, number 11, good batters. Usman Wahid, Siptain Raza, Imran Ali. They are very quality batters who have hundreds under their belts.
What 20 minutes of positive batting has done for Pakistan is that this game's Pakistan's to lose if they want to. They are in total control. If they can be not so reckless, this game's theirs. And Kashif Sharif's already realized that. You might be thinking the game slowed down. Why is Kashif Sharif defending when he could have hit the same ball for the fence? That is because it is a very mature cricketing mind at work. 8 overs gone, 86 for 2. Pakistan, after losing the second as well, are very stable.
That's the scorecard. Khalid Butt departing early. Single figures to Adnan Idrisi, flared himself away, 34, quick fire. He set the tone for the Pakistan 11 alongside his skipper, 38 of 24. And Ali Zahir has joined his skipper. He's batting on 9 of 6. If you see the scorecard, they're running at a very good pace. Amin, Bilal, Haroon, Siptain, Usman, Shahrukh and Imran Ali, they batted down till number 11. This is unbelievable. They have such a strong batting lineup that gives them the leverage and license to go hard at the bowlers. It's going to be Manjula who will be resuming from the desert end. Leading edge, but there's no one there. As we said, fielders are lowering on the edge of the circle. If you want to win this game, you want to stop those singles, get men in catching positions. Trying to play it on the onside against the turn. Would rather want to play with the turn at the moment. There are no demons in this wicket. It's a beautiful strip to bat on. Adnan Idris and Kashif has just provided the platform that Pakistan 11 need.
This could be trouble. This is trouble. Oh, puts it down. Would you believe it? It's a straightforward chance. Has he dropped the game there? Ali Zahir couldn't have given a better opportunity.
Believe me, it's the best fielder there. It's Pradeep Basanta, the best of the lot.
Absolutely right. Usually, he's posted at point too early into the shot. Ali miscued it, and Sri Lanka just obliging with what Pakistan did initially. That was a simple catch for Pradeep Basanta. It's a pressure.
Well, it was a sitter, to be very honest, straight down his throat. The balance is what he misjudged, going down on his haunches.
Ali Zahir has a brain fade moment as well. Now he will have to regroup. Those little talks when you are on strike as well, that your little talks that you do on the walk towards the square leg umpire, it sort of helps. It helps you regain that concentration, regroup, strategize.
I would still love to see a few more men inside the circle, bring the mid off and push them, allow them to go over the top. That's your only chance at the moment. If Kashif keeps playing this along the turf, they will cruise through.
Single will do. Again a little scratchy there. It's been a forgetful fielding effort so far for Sri Lanka. They've created the opportunities but they haven't stuck. And I'll tell you what, once that catch was dropped by Pradeep Basanta, even then if he would have quickly pounced on the ball and thrown it to the striker's end, there still was half a chance of getting Ali Zahir run out. He was lamenting the fact that he had dropped the catch. 9 gone, 88 for 2.
You've seen a similar situation against the Afghanis. The catch was dropped and Munib was run out. Such was the presence of mind is what we demand in such situations. But it's the latter that happened. Brain fades are the excuse at the moment. But nonetheless, Kashif is sitting very comfortable. 39, 88 for 2. Five bowlers been used so far. Pradeep, 3 for 32, very expensive. Hamud Jandu, plenty of problems. 1 for 18. Riyas Mohammed, 1 for 19. Bigger headache. Ravindu, who gave the breakthrough, 2 overs, 1 for 10. Manjula Prasann, 2 overs for 9. 6 dot balls each for Ravindu and Manjula. They want plenty more to create that pressure. But at the moment, Ali Zahir has been given a reprieve. He'll find himself very lucky to be there.
Nine overs, 88 on the board. Pakistan would find solace in the fact that Kashif Sharif still out there. Ali Zahir's moved on to a runner ball 10. Both the sides have had their share of poor fielding. One was able to pull it back with some excellent bowling towards the end, and hence is chasing a target of 143 and not 190 plus. Pakistan 88 for 2. This has been a fantastic recovery. Ravindu Sanjeeva. It's certain now. Kashif Sharif wants to bat till the end. Did not attack the first part of the over. That's because he knows that this required rate is a matter of 4 singles. This required is a matter of less risk being taken. Now for the left-hander, the field is such that he's got a point in place. There's a man lurking. It's a sweeper position for that inside-out shot and a silly point. Would you believe it?
Absolutely, a couple of leading edges lobbing there has tempted Mohammad Aslam, and surely he's going to be playing with Ali Zahir's mind, forcing him to go for those fancy shots. This time a forward short leg. Huge appeal there. Down on one knee. Let's watch how close was it.
Mohammad Aslam's trying to play with the ego of Kashif Sharif here. He's given that short leg and he's asking Kashif to play that cross-batted stroke just to make sure that if he wants that breathing space, score a boundary. And he's also given a slip to Ravindu. Interesting ploy, but all of it will go waste if that's the kind of fielding that's going to be seen on a regular basis. It's such an interesting tactic, isn't it? Pakistan are cruising at the moment, 91 for 2. They are 91 for 8. They're 91 for 2, and there is a short leg or a silly point. Unbelievable. And of course a slip in place when Ravindu Sanjeeva is bowling. Pradeep Vasanta is providing his services as a fielder now inside the 30-yard circle. He's a fantastic fielder at point, again having an off day. That's also been a problem for Sri Lanka.
He's brought the silly point more squarer in front of the wicket. Is he going to defend? Is he going to oblige? Again,
The idea is simple here. Try and make this tall lad called Ali Zahir get outside his comfort zone. Let him push at the ball. Bring the slip into play. Bring silly point into play. Ravindu Sanjeeva. He's done well so far actually. After 5 deliveries, 3 runs of it.
This time out comes the reverse. This time Ali Zahir is not going to hold back. He is trying to put the fielder off. It's a sensible ploy. They have nothing to lose, Pakistan, at the moment. They can try everything.
That shot was not the necessity given the situation. That shot was because he wants to get rid of the fielder. He wants to get rid of the silly point.
He has succeeded. The helmet is trudging back.
Oh, the flying helmet, the flying cap.
And to add more drama, I think Aslam has brought himself on.
Enough of waiting. Aslam says at the halfway mark, 91 for 2. Pakistan still have an excellent rate. That run rate, despite the fact that this partnership is about 22 of 27-28 balls, it's still 9 and over.
Mind you, it's been slightly scratchy as well.
Very true. Despite a slow partnership. Yeah, that's all because of the name that you read there, the third name called the last wicket. 34, just 16 from Adnan. He'd made his mind up. That's the area he wants to exploit. He's also called for 2, and 2 it shall be.
It is less than a runner ball there. 5 runs per over required at the moment. They're running at a very good rate. Almost 9.5.
Yeah, the battle of the captains, that continues. We just sense that Mohammad Aslam is not 100%. He's not having that hop. He's not giving that those revs. He's not delivering that additional push that he usually has while bowling. And I think Kashif Sharif can use it to his advantage.
At the moment, he's content to take the single. He's playing this very sensibly. He wants to finish this himself, is Kashif. He doesn't want to rely or push the burden on the lower order or the middle order. He's going to take this home by himself. 44-32. He's got a great start. He's looking good.
Yeah, the middle overs of the T20 format is going to be similar to the middle overs of the 50-over format because of that blitzkrieg of boundaries early on. Kashif Sharif has played that well. 44 of 32 is quite content taking singles.
He's also done the hard work, Suhas. He doesn't have to do anything silly. It's all about being very, very sensible at the moment. That's good work there by Mohammad Aslam. He's ensured he's got down to stop that one. He's pushing his limits, mind you, is Mohammad Aslam.
Will this be taken? It is taken against the run of play. Ali Zahir was dropped early on. This time no reprieve. It is a very good catch in the deep. Pakistan have lost another. Ali Zahir didn't have to play that at all. It's a gift. Ali Zahir has gifted his wicket to Mohammad Aslam.
And he's gone half-hearted. He's gone half-hearted. Look at the stroke there. He is just looked to place this one rather. The fielder was very, very straight. Was it Mohammad? It's Rajiva. One of the best fielders that Sri Lanka has. He's not going to drop that one. And there comes jersey number 17, Mohammad. I beg your pardon, Amin Ijaz. The man who took control in the previous game. Will he be required? Yes, of course. There's plenty of work to be done. 50 more runs. Stretching his way through is Amin Ijaz. Can he start from where he left yesterday? He's been in pretty good nick is Amin. He loves this situation. He loves this pressure. Two right-handers in the middle. He has his captain who's calm and cool as a cucumber there. But what an over has been from Aslam. He's only 50% fit and still he manages to pick up a wicket. No ball is the signal. He's not at all happy is Mohammad Aslam. He's not at all happy. He's having a word or two with the umpire. He's not convinced that he's overstepped for a spinner especially. This tragedy is going to be a free hit. And Amin is going to get that. This time Amin obliges. Brilliant shot. He is gone up and over.
Yet another batter who opens his account with a 6. It's just that the situation has also become in such a manner that he was allowed to do so with a sense of ease. Well, that's a very poor delivery for a free hit for sure. Tried his level best to catch it. That has been lobbed into the DJ area.
The 100, Pakistan have really reached the 3-figure mark. 101 at the moment, sitting very comfortably. The last man out was Ali Zahir. He was astonished immediately after hitting that ball too long on. He couldn't believe his luck. It was a good over, has been turned to a very expensive one. 10 from his first. It's going to be Manjula Prasan who will be bowling. His third over has been very economical. 2 overs for 9, but no success for Manjula yet. Is there something left in this game?
In terms of drama, absolutely yes, I believe.
Sri Lanka will be going down fighting. They're not going to allow the Pakistan 11. Wide of the crease, slow through the air, no pace at all to work with for Kashif. And this partnership is 7 of 4.
Look at those eyes, look at that concentration. And they tell a story in themselves. Kashif Sharif, he's on a mission. He needs Amin and a couple of other batters perhaps to bat around him just in case there are a couple of hiccups. But Pakistan would believe they're en route. Good delivery. That was again a little bit of a frustration. Little bit of frustration. More of desperation. Sri Lanka need to keep chipping away with the wickets. They can't allow any breathing space to Pakistan, and Pakistan want to get into a zone and try and chip away with the runs required. Just like that, a simple tap and a single would do.
It's been a pretty quiet over. Only 2 singles have come so far. The ball to go. Is towards the closing end of his third over. Is Manjula is bowled brilliantly. Compared to all the other left arm spinners, he's been the best of the lot. Wonderful ball, but in the end, single conceded towards the right of the short mid-wicket fielder. They're playing this very sensibly. The Pakistanis, they're doing very, very good. They're doing no harm to their cause at the moment. They're sitting up nice and comfortable. 12 overs done, 103 for 3. A very good over in this context of this game. And Mohammad Aslam, he will be continuing. He's unfazed about his injury. There is a scorecard. Sri Lanka 142 to begin with. Pakistan chasing, have really raced through 103. Kashif Sharif, the leader, is leading the way, 45. Wonderful shot up and over towards the left of the long off. Another single there. He's looking pretty aggressive. He's looking in good nick. Kashif Sharif has taken things in his own hand at the moment. It's looking like a cakewalk for Pakistan. There comes something very, very cheeky there from Kashif, tapping the ball down towards the vacant fine leg area. No fielders there. He's watching the field very, very closely. Anything drifting down the stumps, he's going down leg side, using those vacant spaces. He's been good. He's been very good. 47 of 36 Kashif is inching towards his well-deserved half century. He deserves it tonight. He's complimented Adnan Idris very, very well. Soft hands this time. Fielder converging. So Sanka is the fielder. They're looking sharp at the moment as the Lankans. They want the Pakistanis to work as hard as possible for the remainder of the runs. This is a poor ball down the leg side. Kashif is ensured it's gone all along the turf. Another single. It's been a busy over. A single, a double, a dot and a single. Brings Amin. I think Kashif has passed the message to Amin that any loose ball comes your way, go hard at it. He's looking towards the mid-wicket square leg, having a look around. Darting this one slightly more quicker down the ground. Another single. With every single, Pakistan is inching closer and closer towards their target. This will give them great confidence. 35 more required of 43 balls. Mohammad Aslam slightly more expensive. 2 overs closing down. Almost 15 runs conceded. But the most important thing is got a wicket of Ali Zahir. Dabbed with very soft hands there, taking on the quickest fielder in the lot there. Pradeep, sloppy from the keeper. Another overthrow. The Lankans showing plenty of desperation. It was supposed to be a dot ball. They've conceded 2 in exchange. It's going to be Manjula who will be continuing. Excellent game of cricket. It's been very, very exciting. Plenty of action. For the way Pakistan has started this game with their sloppy fielding, they've really recovered very, very well to come back very strong in this game. They've been good. They've been solid. The focus is very visible. They kept their plans simple. They have stuck to it. Again, slightly wider, a bit of room, width there outside the off stump, punch up the back foot. Amin Ijaz, another single. And Kashif Sharif, who has slowly but quietly moved on to a very well deserved half century. 50 of 39. Well done, Kashif Sharif. Take a bow there, dancing down the track, trying to slightly wider. He was looking to go down the track with a change of length. Wide of the crease, tossed up. This time he dances down. Plenty of bats. He's drilled this one straight down. Split the field. None of the fielders moved, rather. The long on and the long off. They're mere spectators. 54, 41, 131. He's striking at. Excellent batsmanship there from Kashif. Good use of the feet. He's not tried to hit this one. Off the back foot. Rare dot ball. 115 is the score at the moment. Once again shimming down the track. Sensibly played. He got sure that he was close enough, covering the line of the ball. He's bowling very smartly, is Manjula. Very economical in spite of the boundary being conceded in this over. One more delivery to go. He's given away 16 so far. And Evil's going to end his spell with 17 on board. Tonight he hasn't been lucky enough to find any success. No wickets in the wickets column. 116, 14 overs have been bowled, 27 more required, 36. Everything at the moment looks in complete control for the Pakistan 11. They made a strong statement, great comeback. They have been absolutely splendid in the second half of this game. The first 12-13 overs of this match, when they were bowling, were all Sri Lanka, and from there on it was all Pakistan towards the back end of the Sri Lankan innings, and now with the bat in the hand they have really took complete control and authority. Now Aslam, he will continue. Is slightly more expensive tonight. 1 for 17 of his 2 overs. Played with soft hands into the vacant spaces there. Kashif Sharif is showing how good a batsman he is. Outplaying his counterpart, Mohammad Aslam. He's looking furious at the moment, with his arms like a traffic cop directing his fielders in all directions. Slightly shorter, fine leg then remove, the ball tickling away, the fielder coming to the rescue from deep square leg, easy single. 118 on board. This has been a fabulous tournament so far. You have to compliment the Kuwait Cricket Board for putting up such a wonderful tournament. The Six Nation T20 Festival, powered by SkyExchange.net. Three singles in over. Kashif Sharif is moved on to 57 very quietly. The first 30 runs were a flurry of boundaries. The next 25, it has been all maturity. Calm and composure been shown completely by the skipper. That's a cheeky quick single taking on the fielder. Aslam is certainly not happy. He's really not happy with the Kashif and company stealing those singles. Once again, it's a repeat dose is what the Pak 11 have been doing very consistently, tapping those balls. They know that Aslam is not fit, but still they have to ensure that they don't give another wicket. Pradeep will have another go this evening. He is marking his run up. He's changed ends. He's done well. He's done really well. Is Kashif Sharif. 22 more required of 30 deliveries. It's only Pakistan's game from here on. There's going to be change in bowling. Pradeep was called on earlier, but now they switched back to Ravindu. One more opportunity. Ravind has been very economical. The bowler of the evening this fun. Wonderful shot there. He's taking him on. Rightly so. What a splendid catch that is. Is it Hamoud? Yes, it is. The showman has done it again. Flat catch there. Kashif Sharif losing concentration.
Only one man in the entire Sri Lankan setup could have pulled that off with that kind of boundary awareness. Mr. Hamoud Jandu, you have done your team very, very proud. Kashif Sharif departs for 58. He's given it away. He had to stay there till the end. The anchor's role was tempted to go for the big shot. It is his shot indeed, but not when Jandu is out there. Timed the jump to perfection. Fantastic boundary awareness.
Much to the joy of the Lankan fans in the background. Absolutely, that's a splendid catch in the context of his game.
Is there a twist in the tail? Pakistan had almost got this game into a zone where quiet singles can finish it off for them. Now captain's back there in the pavilion. Haroon Shahid's come out to the middle.
It has given Mohammad Aslam a sniff now. He'll be surely pouncing on the new batter, adding pressure. I would want to see a mid-off inside, a couple of fielders more converging. No, do not give those easy singles. A slip in place probably.
We were talking in between overs. Now Haroon's getting to bat for the first time, perhaps. And we were talking in between overs why it's important to give Ravindu Sanjeewa this over. He's been your pick of the bowlers. He's been the most economical, and he's been the one who's shown signs of getting things done. There's no point holding him back because the game's made up. Over here, that's taken. Another wicket goes down. Haroon Shahid's gifted a catch. Ravindu Sanjeewa single-handedly turning things around. Sri Lanka have injected belief with that second wicket in quick succession. Ravindu Sanjeewa is on a hat-trick.
That is absolutely a twist in the tail, as we mentioned earlier. What drama. He juggled it. It was hit pretty firmly. He timed his jump well. Aesthetic is Sasanka. Amazing scenes.
Today's rule is a catch is a catch. Not necessarily shall you be aesthetically pleasing.
It's all about juggling, man. Plenty of catches have been juggled today.
Usman Wahid's come out to the middle.
Is there a panic button being pressed there by Pakistan? That's the question. But mind you, there's plenty of batting to follow. They've sent in Haroon Shahid just to disturb things around. He was not so successful.
Now he himself is disturbed back in the pavilion. He's got some thinking to do. Usman Wahid, the left-hander, is out there in the middle. Credit to Mohammad Aslam. Fantastic field placement and the change in bowling as well. He's a fighter. Mohammad Aslam. That was the hat-trick delivery. The hat-trick has been stalled.
Jandu has thundered the throw to the striker's end. The intent suddenly showing what a catch really does. It's brought back energy into the Lankans.
It's always a treat to watch, isn't it, when a long on and long off can get the throw into the striker's end. You saw Rashid do it, Tawfiq do it for Kuwait 11. He's cut off that cloth. Jandu.
The only problem lies is that Amin Ijaz is standing in the way for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, he's already gotten off to a start. Pakistan would believe he can be the man to take them home. Moves on to 124 for 5 now, the score. And the idea of that shot as well is was such a treat to watch. Minimum risk and 2 runs collected.
Now back at the mines, they'll be ensuring that another 2 balls and Ravindra will be seen off. Can they play them off safely is a question.
This over started off like a website with WW and then that hat-trick was stalled. 3 runs and 2 wickets. Ravindu Sanjeeva 3 for 16 when his captain was desperately needing a wicket. Make it 3 for 17 in his 4 overs. Ravindu Sanjeeva take a bow. 16 overs gone, 125 for 5.
Yes, Ravindu has been the man this evening for Lanka. He's pulled back things, he's given them a chance. He's given them a chance, a sniff. Let's wait and watch. Both the captain and the vice captain are having a mid-pitch conversation, the Lankans. On the other hand, Amin Ijaz as cool and calm as he normally is. He is totally unfazed. Look at the expression of Amin Ijaz.
18 required of the last 4 overs with 5 wickets in hand. It's still Pakistan's game unless Mohammad Aslam comes up with another master stroke. And it's got to be himself bowling. He's assumed the responsibility here. And all this while he's not 100%. Pakistan 11.
A wicket of Amin Ijaz will really provide the added drama. There will be one last dice thrown there from Mohammad Aslam. He will want the wicket desperately of Amin Ijaz at this stage.
Single's not on there.
He's looking edgy at the moment, looking for the single. Usman Wahid certainly not interested. He punches this one off the back foot. The vacant space is there. Deep cover. And this is brought back Usman Wahid. He's looked good. The first ball he has faced. He faced the hat-trick ball. A left-hander to a left-hander. Ball will be spinning in towards the left-hander. What is he going to do? Is Usman Wahid is a question to be answered. He's having a look around. Usman again playing, I beg your pardon, Mohammad Aslam playing the waiting game. Dances down the track, dances down the track. He has cleared this with ease. Is Usman Wahid showing his prowess. What a good hitter he is. They've got plenty of batting, plenty of batting. The one ploy that Pakistan has really implemented is they've seen either of the partner who is on the senior side, he will look to maneuver things around, and they've sent someone else to attack.
And this is another just outside his reach, but the result in Pakistan's favour. They want to leave as little as possible for the final overs. Usman Wahid's calculated risk is coming off. In a span of 4 deliveries, this game's turned around completely. And in a span of 2, in favour of Pakistan, it's turned around.
They're now down to single digits, couple of hits away, 7 more required.
Fantastic stuff. This is good planning from Pakistan. The fact that he took a single the very next ball. After playing the first one as a dot, Amin said, Usman, you go for the big shot. In case you do not clear, I'll stay there till the end and get it done. In case you clear, that means we can have a safer victory by not taking it down to the wire. Pakistan went with the latter, and Pakistan 11 have almost pulled off another fantastic win. 6 required of 19 balls. Mohammad Aslam's ploy of giving himself the last over has not worked.
Very expensive tonight, Aslam. 1 for 34 so far. He's closing down on his spell. Make it 1 for 35.
17 overs gone. 113, 8 for 5.
He will be disappointed with himself, is Mohammad Aslam. It's been an evening full of intriguing cricket right throughout. Plenty of thrill, plenty of excitement, plenty of quality cricket all around. You've seen some exceptional bowling, batting, fielding, catches. Nothing short of a great game. Pakistan have done really well here to reel themselves back into this game. It's a game of 40 overs been played today almost. In the first 10 overs, it was all Sri Lanka. And from there on, it has been Pakistan all through.
This is a cricket match giving you the theme park thrills. Absolute roller coaster. Pradeep Vasanta has been called to bowl his final over. And the cushion he has is only 4 runs.
The only disappointing factor that has been to us is that they were banking on their left arm spinners, and today it is backfired. 70 runs from Pradeep and Aslam. Almost 50% of the runs been given by these two bowlers.
And just what Pakistan wanted as well, to finish this game off with quiet singles being noodled around. No risk whatsoever. 4 runs required of 16 balls.
Pradeep Vasanta dancing down the track. It's too closer. Usman being very sensible.
And this time decided to stay back.
So quick is Pradeep. Denying Usman Wahid the single by any means.
Now the 2 dot balls have been strung together. Will it play on Usman's mind to go for a big shot and try and finish it off in this over itself? Or would he perhaps
That's the way
go
he's
for the
played.
quieter version?
That's the way he's played to us in this innings. If you look at Usman, he's looked to attack. There he goes. He's going to clear. Is it cleared? Or is it just going to be... Yes, it is a boundary. It doesn't matter. And that's victory for Pakistan 11. Wonderful victory to us. It's been an intriguing game.
It's been an exciting game. Slightly short. And Usman Wahid pulls it to perfection. There's no stopping that. Very good victory for Pakistan 11. Will boost their confidence, and by the sheer margin of balls that were left, it is proving a point to all the other teams in this contest as well. The match up short for you. Sri Lanka 11 in 20 overs managed 142 for 8. After 1 point, it looked like it's going to be 190 plus score for Sri Lanka with a flying start, but wasn't to be, with Sipten Raza picking up 2 important wickets and Imran Ali pulling things back. Haroon picked up 2 wickets as well, and Adnan picked up 1. Kashif Sharif's 58 of 48 set the tone nicely for this target, and Adnan Idris' quick fire 34 ensured that the Sri Lankans were deflated. There were a couple of hiccups in the middle, with Ravindu Sanjeeva picking up those wickets in quick succession, Mohammad Aslam, but couldn't hold on. He tried his level best with cheeky field settings, with the right kind of bowling changes, but Pakistan oozed class today and won by 5 wickets in the end with a sense of good comfort.
What this has done is it has just ensured that Pakistan are the table toppers at the moment with 6 points, sitting very comfortably. They won both their crunch games against India and Pakistan. It's going to be between India and Sri Lanka. It's going to be a very crunch game. It's has just enlightened the tournament, made it more exciting. It's going to be a big game between India and Sri Lanka. Let's not forget, Afghanistan is also in the race with 4 points. You never know. It's been a splendid evening. We'll take you through to the presentation. We'll be having 2 games tomorrow. Till then, it's a good night here from the Combox. We'll take you to the presentation. This is Vinod signing off.